To begin with, we import the useRouter hook from NextJS inside our dynamic root file named with square brackets, for example, id.js. This file is located under the page's posts directory. The square brackets signify a dynamic segment in the file path. Inside our post component, we use the useRouter hook to obtain the router object. This object provides us with the query parameters, where id corresponds to the dynamic part of our URL. This id represents the unique identifier for each post. We then render a paragraph element displaying the post identifier dynamically fetched from the URL. This is possible because we access id directly from the router query. Finally, we export the post component as the default export of the file. Now let's define the getStaticPaths function in the same file. This function is essential for NextJS to know which paths should be pre-rendered at build time when using dynamic routes. In getStaticPaths, we specify the static paths that we want to generate. In this example, we're hard-coding the paths for demonstration purposes, but you would typically fetch this list of ids from an external data source, like an API or a database. After defining the list of paths, we return an object from getStaticPaths containing the paths array and a fallback key. Setting fallback to false means that any paths not specified in the paths array will result in a 404 error.